Imagine two 68-year-olds sitting side by side. One runs 5 Burmese chats, eats salmon and kale by choice, and travels light with no prescription meds. The other has type 2 diabetes, joint pain, and a pillbox that rattles like maracas. Same birth year. Wildly different realities. This is why biological age, not the number of candles on your cake, is quickly becoming the metric that matters most in medicine, wellness, and longevity science. Because when it comes to predicting your health future, your cells couldn't care less about your driver's license. They've got their own clock ticking, and it tells a far more revealing story. So, what exactly is biological age? It's the measure of how well, or how poorly, your body is functioning relative to your chronological age. Think of it as your cellular age, shaped by a lifetime of choices, exposures, stress, and luck. And unlike your birth year, biological age is dynamic. It can move forward, stay stable, or even reverse, depending on how you treat yourself. This makes it not only more accurate than traditional risk assessments, but also far more exciting. Because suddenly, aging isn't just a slow-motion decline, it's something you can actually influence. The science behind biological aging is growing fast, and it's being tracked using increasingly sophisticated tools. Epigenetic clocks like GrimAge and Dunedin Pace analyze patterns of DNA methylation, chemical switches that control gene expression. These aren't random decorations. They're molecular scars and adaptations left by your environment and lifestyle. Smoking, poor diet, chronic stress, and sedentary behavior tend to speed up the methylation patterns associated with aging. Exercise, good sleep, antioxidants, and nutrient-rich diets tend to slow it down. What's revolutionary is that these clocks are now better than your age or medical history at predicting who's likely to develop heart disease, cancer, cognitive decline, and even who's most at risk of dying early. One recent study found that biological age acceleration, when your epigenetic clock runs faster than your chronological age, was more predictive of mortality than any other known factor, including smoking status. In other words, your cells might already know what your future holds, and they're dropping hints through methylation patterns. And here's where things get even more interesting. Biological age doesn't just tell you how much time you have, it may also determine how well you respond to medical treatments. Emerging research suggests that a younger biological age could mean better outcomes from surgeries, cancer therapies, and even vaccines. This makes sense. If your cells are more resilient and your system's more robust, you're likely to recover faster, handle side effects better, and enjoy longer-lasting benefits. Think of it as having a fresher internal operating system, one that can still download updates without crashing. Clinicians are beginning to realize that two patients of the same age might need entirely different care plans, based not on their birthdays, but on how biologically old they are. The implications for preventive medicine are huge. We're no longer in a world where doctors simply ask, "How old are you?" and prescribe based on averages. We're entering an era where they'll ask, "How fast are you aging?" and adjust interventions accordingly. Want to know if your new diet, supplement, or workout plan is actually doing something meaningful? Track your biological age over time. This makes longevity feel less like an abstract ideal and more like a measurable, modifiable project. And unlike cholesterol or blood pressure, which are snapshots of a single system, biological age reflects the big picture, how all your systems are handling the passage of time together. Of course, this doesn't mean you should throw away your birth certificate. Chronological age still matters for things like retirement plans, movie ticket discounts, and what time you're expected to go to bed at parties. But in the realm of health science, biological age is stealing the spotlight, and with good reason. It's actionable, precise, and deeply personal. So the next time someone asks how old you are, feel free to say, "Well, it depends." Because if you're investing in your health, whether it's through smarter food choices, more steps, deeper sleep, or the right nutrients, you may already be younger than your years. And that, it turns out, is what really counts.